Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here at beautiful Washington Crossing State Park in Washington Crossing, New Jersey. Over my shoulder back here, this is the exact spot where George Washington and the Continental Army crossed the Delaware River the night of December 25th, 1776, marched up this hill behind you and started marching towards Trenton to attack the Hessians in Trenton the very next morning, early. So I picked this spot to show you this 2024 Subaru Impreza RS in sapphire blue pearl. The channel, thanks to all of you watching and subscribing and sharing the videos, has been able to acquire. We're going to do a long-term review and test of this car over the next 6 months. And we're starting today with just a quick overview and then our first drive together. So let's dig in. All right, getting started with the front end. Sapphire blue pearl goes great with that blue Subaru badge on the grille. It's flat black on the grille, top and bottom, full functionality, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, LED turn signals. As we move around, the Impreza RS has 18-inch gloss black machined aluminum alloy wheels, 225, 40, 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. We got the RS badge on the front fender, color match with LED turn, or excuse me, gloss black with LED turn signals on the side view mirrors, and we're color matched all the way around on the door handles. The black roof spoiler coming off the top in gloss black, then the blue roof, shark fin antenna in flat, and then the color matched roof. No sunroof on this Impreza, but you can get one by optioning that in. That also comes with the Harman Kardon sound system, so it's about a $2,000 add. As we look at the back of the car, we have the roof spoiler coming off the top. I really wish they took that rear wiper and either eliminated it or tucked it up underneath the roof spoiler. LED taillights, standard bulbs, return signals, Subaru all-wheel drive here on the left side of the tailgate, and Impreza RS over here on the right. And I love the way they do that RS badge. Down below, we are color matched on the bumper with a flat black rear diffuser, and they got the exhaust tucked up underneath. Would have been nice on this hot hatch version in the Impreza to go ahead and maybe give you some nicer looking exhausts sticking out the back. Let me know what you think about that. As we come around the other side, you see the fuel filler here on the right side of the vehicle, but it's a really good looking hot hatch from the outside. Nice looking footbox here with the aluminum finish on the dead pedal brake and accelerator, the all-season Impreza mats. Now the seats, we have manual seats for both front passengers with the cloth, with the red. The headrest's pretty firm, the bolstering's pretty firm, but these seats, I've been driving it a little while, are pretty comfortable for base cloth seats. The door panels were a combination of hard black plastic up front and then some cloth on the back with a black door handle, flat black on the switchgear. Standard sound system here. We do have a soft armrest though with some stitching. And now as we come to our dash, we got soft touch all here black, and then we got some gray trim to kind of try to break that up. And then we got a nice large glove box. Here we got the 11.6-inch Subaru Starlink system in here, but the navigation's not in this one. So you're going to need to do the nav from your phone, but as you can see, we got wireless Apple CarPlay. My phone's hooked up, playing a little Metallica. Of course, I have the volume down because you don't want to hear that. Can't hear that, but that is the way this is set up. Really easy to use, and the wireless CarPlay connects like really fast. Down below, we got an aux jack, USB-C, USB-A, wireless charging, which is a standard feature in an Impreza RS, which I like. Here's the gear shift right here to go through this Lineartronic CVT. We got 8 manual shift modes. Obviously, the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated flat 4, 182 on the horsepower, 178 on the torque, heated seats, a couple of cup holders, 12 volt, nice armrest too with the stitching. It's nice and soft. And you got your Impreza steering wheel, which looks nice with the soft touch, with the stitching, Subaru badge, flat black. You got SI drive. You have your full eyesight technology in here as well. And then you have a combination of analog and digital dash action with the red dials and the RS on the speedometer, which looks nice. and then you can go through additional information that you may want to see when you're rolling down the road. But it's a nice setup. We got the LED upgrade for interior lighting, so when you open and close the door, these will come on as long as that is set on door. No problem. You have your SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. We do have our sun visor, vanity, and an LED light, and we do have a slider to block out the side sun. It's fairly easy to get into the back of this Impreza. We got a lot of room. I get in no problem. Don't even bother hitting my head at 5'11". Headroom, shoulder width room, looks good. No seat pocket behind the driver. We got one back here behind the front passenger, and then a USB-A, USB-C in the back. Rear door panel is exact same as the front. Same vibe. Rear seats exactly the same as well. And then we have a center armrest, which comes down soft, 2 cup holders. So they got you covered, and it's for a small hot hatch. It's really roomy in the back of this Impreza RS. All right, manual tailgate on the back of the Impreza RS. The button's underneath here. You just pop it and lift it. With the rear seats up, 20.4 cubic feet of space. Do not like this tonneau cover, but we can take that out. But here are the carpeted RS mats that came with the vehicle, which I like. But I'm going to leave the all-season ones in there for now since we're heading into winter. All-season mat here that says Impreza, which is nice. No spare underneath. You got to fix a flat, which is kind of a bummer. You do have some lighting in the back. And then here are the levers you pull up to drop the rear seats. And when you do that, it's going to be 56 cubic feet of space, which is a really good number for a small hot hatch. All right, we're heading out of the park, which is heavily used by hikers, mountain bikers, and all sorts of stuff. There is a canal towpath that runs from here, and actually south of here, pretty much from Trenton, all the way up into North Jersey, which was used in the early 1900s to get goods and materials made in Trenton all the way up to North Jersey by barge, and then the barges were actually pulled by donkeys out on it's called the DNR Canal. But there's your little history lesson for the day. The Delaware River is over on our left. We're driving up this lovely back road here in Washington Crossing. Beautiful fall colors in the air and a beautiful river to our left. This just came out again. Subaru re-released it after several years into the market for 2024. It has the 2.5 liter engine, and that's traditional for an Impreza RS to have the 2.5 liter flat 4 engine in it, dating back to 1998 when the first one came out. And I thought it was a good way to start in on doing a longer term review, show people more action with the Impreza RS, and also kind of go through some of the smaller components in individual videos, such as going through the infotainment system and that kind of thing, going through the engine and driveline in more detail in separate little videos, and rather than tackling it all at once. So that's kind of the thinking behind this. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created another channel called Shabby's Extras. And if you would like to see additional content with the Impreza RS, then those shorter videos will be posted there. Now, I haven't created any content with this car for the other channel yet, because I wanted to get through this introduction of the car, what it's like, the first drive here on the main channel, and then the smaller videos, and I'm going to try to keep them between 3 and 5 minutes long if I can, going through some other areas of the car in more detail, and also going through other drives, and maybe even taking you to other locations here in the state of New Jersey that are historically significant, to kind of give you an overview of the beautiful state that I happen to live in, and share that with all of you. So let me know what you think about that idea. Let me know what you think about that type of content, and let me know what you would like to see me do with this car. But as we come up the hill from the river. Now, this car impressed me very much when we did the original review by how really well composed it is on the road and how really smooth the ride is overall on the road with this Impreza. It's really well damped. It's really well put together. You don't have any chassis vibrations into the passenger cockpit. It is a small car. It is lower to the ground. The ground clearance on this is only 5.1 inches. But that's pretty good. It's not extremely low to the ground like the BRZ is, which is even lower. And it's a fairly light and nimble vehicle. You're talking about a curb weight on this car of 3,275 pounds. And that's fairly light with all-wheel drive too, which adds weight. Now, a lot of you on the original Impreza review said, you know, Mike, I wish this car had more power. And I thought about that comment, and this is kind of my view of that. Number one, like I mentioned earlier, the 2.5 liter flat 4 is the traditional engine Subaru has put into the Impreza RS in the past. Now, they have other options that they could have put in this car. Number one, they could have put in the 2.4 liter turbo. Now, this is why I don't think they did that. Number one, you're looking at 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque in that engine. You put it in this car, and all of a sudden, this car is going to be just as fast as the WRX. And we can't have that. Subaru can't have that. You can't have a car that's at a lower price point faster than their WRX, because the WRX for 2024 is going to make 271 horsepower right out of that 2.4 liter turbo engine. So you can't have that. Now, they could have put in the 2.4 liter naturally aspirated engine that's in the BRZ at 228 horsepower, but then again, you can't make this car close to being as fast as a BRZ, because the BRZ is more expensive than this. So you have Subaru's least expensive, what I want to call performance car. I'll put that in quotes. So I think this was the right move to keep that balance in their lineup. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe you have some other ideas I haven't thought about yet. But right now, we're just going on about 30 miles on the odometer on this car. So obviously we want to keep this engine running easy. We don't want to exceed 4,000 RPM on the revs, just because we have a 600-mile run-in period before you really can stress it up to the red line, which is 6,000. So we're going to come up here. We'll do a little bit of enthusiastic driving, but we're going to keep those revs down further. Now I'm going to punch it up into S drive, because we have S and I drive in here, S being the sportier drive, I being the more comfortable drive, and we'll see how it is. I also have the engine auto stop start off. I can't stand that thing to begin with. Really pulls well. I love the linear torque delivery of a naturally aspirated engine. It gives you that nice, consistent pull up through the gears, getting the car up to speed, and you don't get that jolt, a little jolt that you get when those turbos spool up and kick in. So I just love how it just easily pulls you down the road. And the 2.5 liter is a big enough displacement engine that it's really not going to have to work all that hard to get you up to speed in a car that is this light. Obviously, our lane keep assist doesn't like this road, because you keep hearing that doot doot doot, and that's what that is. Of course, we got blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, and all that jazz, as well as the lane keep assist in this Impreza. But it's just really easy to drive, and that's what I really liked about this when I did the initial review. But it's just really tight. We're coming down the hill now, left bend. It's just really tight on the turns, and this is with these all-season tires, and it's still really good. Not a lot of body roll, stays fairly planted as we come down the road. Emergency stop, no problem. Turning radius 17.4 feet, no problem. Working a little bit harder now to get back up the hill. But no problem. Again, now the right bend, holding it really well. So just a really comfortable and fun little car to drive around on the back roads. So I guess I want to leave it there. Let me know what your thoughts are about this Impreza RS, what you would like to see in the future, and let me know what you wouldn't like to see in the future as well, because I don't want to make content nobody wants to see. So I guess what would you like to see? What wouldn't you like to see? And don't forget that after this drive, the newest content with this car will go up in shorter 3 to 5 minute videos on the Shabby's Extras YouTube channel. Now, you can access that channel to subscribe at the bottom of the first page of the Shabby's Rides main channel on YouTube. So if you go to the main channel on Shabby's Rides and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a section that says My Other Channel and then Shabby's Extras. You can click on that and subscribe, and when I have the other content going up, that's where it'll go, and you'll be notified if you click the notification bell for all notifications for the Shabby's Extras YouTube channel. But I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank Sioka Subaru here in Ewing for working with the channel, for this channel to be able to acquire this car for this long-term test over the next 6 months. But if you like what you're seeing on Shabby's Rides, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.